left if that's available.
Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, Palm Springs Tower, squawk 6250.
6250.
Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, Palm Springs altimeters 2985, radar contact about 10 miles west of the Palm Springs VOR. Presently landing runway 31, you're requesting straight in for 13.
If that's available, yes, please.
Remember, correction, Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, make straight in runway 13 left and clear to land. Wind is 0905.
Clear to land, runway 3 left, Papa Hotel Tango India Mike, thanks.
Palm Springs clearance, Pilots 4658 is type PC12 slam call, request clearance to Vegas S-filed.
Pilots 4658, Palm Springs clearance. Good afternoon, unable to give you S-file, and I'll be full route standby. Pilots 4658 is cleared to the Las Vegas airport via Flight Cathedral 1 departure procedure to Palm Springs, Victor 370 to 29 Palms, Victor 538, Cresso, join the Cresso 3 arrival. Maintain 7,000, expect flight level 2405 minutes after departure, departure frequency 126.7, squawk 6316.
Pilots 4658 is cleared to Vegas via Cathedral 1, Palm Springs, Victor 37029, Palms, Victor 538, Cresso 3, initially climb 7,000, expect cruiser F25, departure 167, squawk 6316, Pilots 465.
Pilots 4658, read back is correct. Tango India Mike, taxi to the ground via Echo and managed frequency.
Taxiing to the ramp via Echo, remaining on this frequency, Papa Hotel Tango India Mike.
Ontario Tower says the 237 Charlie Alpha approximately 4 miles to the west inbound to land.
Number 237 Charlie Alpha, roger, inner left traffic, left downwind runway 26 left, report base.
Enter left downwind for 26 left and record your base 237 Charlie Alpha.
Charlie Tower United 242 on the visual for 20 right, returning for a right base shortly.
United 242 John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land, wind 170.3.
Clear to land, 20 right, United 242.
Panama Tower King at 208 Kilo ILS flight 4.
Here 520 Yankee Kilo Palomar Tower, runway 24, clear to land, wind 210 at 1.
The land
Number 237 Charlie Alpha, runway 26 left, clear to land.
26 left, clear to land 7 Charlie Alpha. Thank you.
Palm Springs ground, Pilots 4658 east ramp with weather going for taxi.
Pilots 4658, Palm Springs ground, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Trail right via Echo Bravo 465.
Riverside Tower, good morning, November 2903 Alpha with you on the ILS.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Tower, good afternoon. Runway 9 clear low approach, report miss.
November 2903 Alpha, PH, low approach, runway 9, next report is
Palm Springs Tower, Pilots 4658 ready to go trail right at Bravo.
Pilots 4658, Palm Springs Tower, runway 31 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, trail right, Pilots 465.
Panama Tower King at 528 Kilo 58
Here's our Yankee Kilo, roger, taxi into the ramp via Alpha.
via Alpha to
Pilots 4658, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure 465.
Says the 7 Charlie Alpha is clearly active, taxi to the GA parking base.
We're 7 Charlie Alpha, remain on this frequency, taxi into the south ramp via Sierra.
South ramp via Sierra with you, 7 Charlie Alpha. Thanks.
November 2903 Alpha going around.
Number 03 Alpha, confirm going around or going missed.
November 2903 Alpha going missing.
Number 03 Alpha, roger, execute the published missed approach procedure.
Flying published mid-approach procedure, November 2903.
Piper 2903 Alpha, contact SoCal departure.
Contact departure, 03 Alpha.
Number 03 Alpha, departure frequency will be 135.4.
135.4 for departure, November 2903 Alpha.
Ontario Tower, November 516 Delta Mike, inbound ILS 26 left.
Number 516 Delta Mike, Ontario Tower. Good afternoon, Ontario. Wind is calm. Runway 26 left, clear to land.
26 left, clear to land, 6 Delta Mike. Ontario Tower, November 36. Correction, 516 Delta Mike, clear of the active at uniform, taxiing to the south apron.
Number 6 Delta Mike, roger, taxi on the south ramp via Sierra. Remain on this frequency.
Via Sierra on this frequency, 6 Delta.
Riverside Tower, good evening, November 2903 Alpha runway 17.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside Tower, runway 27, clear to land.
Clear to land on runway 27, 03 Alpha. Riverside Clouds, November 2903 Alpha, in Alpha, request taxi to the transient partner.
Number 2903 Alpha, Riverside, ground in the future. Don't switch to the ground frequency unless you're told to do so. Should stay with tower, exiting the runway all the way to the hold short point. Stay on this frequency for now, taxi into the ramp via Alpha.
Taxi to ramp via Alpha. Rocket. Number 2903 Alpha.
Generating clear. Generating clearance. November 6th. Charlie Mike Cherokee. I would like to attempt the I-4 rating today.
Cherokee 76 Charlie Mike, Jolene clearance. Good evening. Good luck on the I-4 destination. Will be, let's go, Kilo, Oscar, X-ray, Romeo.
That's Kilo Oscar X-ray Romeo. 6 Charlie Mike.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
I'm going to sign off and collect some information for this destination. I'll sign back in. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Just report when you're back with the I-4. And how long do you think it'll be? It's not going to be more than an hour, is it?
No. I have to file and get some charts and plates.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'll still be here, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we'll look for your flight plan to come through. And we should learn some.
Las Vegas Tower Plus 4658 is unusual, 1 on the right, 4500.
Plus 4658, Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 right, clear to land, wind 1807.
Clear to land, 1 on the right, 465.
Plus 658, exit right, taxi into the ramp via hotel, remain on this frequency today.
Exit right, ramp via hotel, ramp frequency 465.
Beach ground, number 953 Whiskey Alpha's Piper Comanche PH4/Whiskey Alpha. Taxi be active, VFR east departure with the weather.
Calling Long Beach ground, need you to verify your call sign, please.
Sorry about that, 916 Whiskey Alpha, November 916 Whiskey Alpha.
Comanche 9016 Whiskey Alpha, Long Beach ground, roger. And just confirm VFR eastbound.
Eastbound and we're the east ramp just south of runway 25.
Comanche 9016 Whiskey Alpha, roger, runway 26 right, taxi via Kilo.
Okay, 25 right via Kilo, 916 Whiskey Alpha. Long Beach Tower, November 916 Whiskey Alpha, holding short at 25 right Kilo, ready for departure via Fargo East.
Number 916 Whiskey Alpha, Long Beach Tower, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, right downwind departure approved.
Clear for takeoff 25 right, right downwind departure 6 Whiskey Alpha.
Good day, Palm Springs, ground scanning Hotel Tango on the east ramp, India, close traffic, runway 31 right.
Papa Hotel Tango, do you Mike? Palm Springs ground, say again aircraft type.
Or a Cessna Sky.
Skyline Tango, do you Mike? Thank you, runway 31 right, taxi via Echo and Bravo.
Echo and Bravo, 31 right, Papa Hotel Tango.
We're center 791 Juliet, towards ground left, clear.
Okay, Skype 791 Juliet. We see there's no clearance delivery with this field, so would we get our departure instructions with tower or with ground?
Always go with the lowest, so we'll start with ground. Just say your intentions.
Okay, Skype 791 Juliet. Type Cessna 172 on the south hangars with the numbers requesting VFR advisories to
Number 791 Juliet, roger, departure frequency 134.9er, squawk 2061.
1249 is 2061, squawk 791 Juliet.
Got 901 Juliet, read back is correct, are you ready to taxi now?
In a couple of minutes, just gotta go to the side. It's Skype 791 Juliet, south hangars, now good taxi.
Sky 791 Juliet, roger, runway 29 right, taxi via hotel, correction, taxi via Alpha in Juliet.
29 right, taxi via Alpha and Juliet, Sky 791 Juliet.
Palm Springs Tower, scanning Papa Hotel Tango, Mike is holding short runway 31 right, Bravo, and ready for departure, close traffic. Hey guys, was just chatting with Mrs. Uncertified. I just handed her my iPad with all the different buttons that she can enable failures with. In the previous stream we did some scheduled failures, but it's actually quite fun to have some control of someone else's flight. You can fail a vacuum system or whatever you like on the go, so that's why. Thank you guys. Chemo, finally, where have you been, buddy? My hard disk crashed with my orthos. Ay, that doesn't sound great at all. How do you manage even to crash your hard disk with orthos? Just a full disk kind of failure or something like that? Well, good to see you here back aboard. Evanek, surprise stream, I will be on 20 minutes. Have to go now, Roger. That's sir. Dogs, good to see you. And how are you doing today? Hope you are doing great. Finish, good to see you. B2, music stopped, timer as well. Yep. Well, I just explained why. Oh, that sounded good. B2, thanks for the bits. Thank you. Much, much appreciated. It's really, really encouraging. Mad Leaf, Titan, long time no see. Good to see you, Mad. Welcome on board as well. Happy, we're living Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, guys. Chemo, yeah, all my ortho were on a big headache, but now the disc doesn't work anymore. Oh my gosh. Well, hope you're managing and getting your ortho back in shape. Thanks again, B2. Thanks for the bits. Even though just 100 bits, every bit is much, much appreciated. So guys, meanwhile, Mrs. Uncertified is in the other room just doing her work. She needs to do some other things, but she has the iPad next to her and she can enable or not enable any kind of failure as she'd like. A vacuum pump, a primary instrument. We'll see. I'm just going to fly here on French Valley. Good old French Valley. As you can see, overcast, currently real world weather, and we're just going to have some fun with traffic pattern flying. I'm also particularly interested in something that I noticed in the previous stream, is that I have no skill in inferring my position relative to an airport based on my magnetic compass. So when I use my heading indicator, I have a pretty clear idea of where I am relative to the airport, right? So if the airport is just in front of me, you just take the inverse. So you say, tower, we're 5 miles west of the airport, right? Or if the airport is a little bit to the right of us, I just draw that vector all the way down and say, well, we're at the northwest of the airport. But if I'm looking at my magnetic compass, that trick doesn't quite work. Now, I know that usually when I'm flying with my Cessna Skyhawk, we can mostly only rely on the heading indicator. So it is not really a big problem, but I'd like just to learn all of this stuff because I think it's just so damn exciting and fun to do. So how does that work? And I don't have the right thing in mind to get that stuff going. So I'm hoping that we perhaps can do some traffic pattern flying as well. I chose French Valley because we got a very basic runway going up to the north and going to the south, 36 and 18, and we can do some departures out of the traffic pattern and getting back again, and to have a sense of, at least for me, to have a chance to better incorporate the magnetic compass, to have a sense of my position relative to the airport, which I think is still a little bit hard, but I need to get my mind around and have something like a way of thinking about it, because it's quite different in this sense. So that's something that's on my mind. What's also on my mind is my unusual attitudes. On my current program and my stage 1 of my season 2 series, instrument rated training, I skipped the marginal VMC training that had to do with the unusual attitudes. I immediately did the IMC stuff, which was actually really, really great and actually worked quite well in my case. And I noticed that the vertical speed indicator once more is actually quite an unreliable, not really unreliable, but not a practical instrument to use to regain your straight and level kind of configuration, because it's so damn sensitive and it's also lagging in time. I noticed that the airspeed indicator is much more helpful to see whether you have a pitch down or pitch up attitude, because your attitude would airspeed would increase or decrease, and it's much more stable and much more gives you much more direct information. So that was a good exercise, but I did not do that with marginal VMC. So I thought, let's just rehearse that once more and do that here in the current flight as well, just to have some fun. I did not schedule or plan this stream for today, but I just cannot help myself and I need to fly. So that's why. So some unusual attitudes, some exercise with getting my mind around using the magnetic compass, just for an hour or so, and then I'm gonna watch some of the latest episodes of Narcos with Mrs. Uncertified. So just a quick stream, but have some fun flying anyways. Mad, missed all of your streams the last couple of weeks. Have you planned the first in real life flying lesson yet? Yeah, well, we did. Actually for this Saturday, so this upcoming Saturday, Mrs. Uncertified and me and an instructor would get our first introductory flight lesson. I've had some flight lessons in a Cessna Skyhawk before. She hasn't, and I was really curious to see whether she would be able to transfer her skills developed here in the flight sim into the real world, and she also, obviously. So we were really looking forward to this Saturday, but unfortunately today we heard that that Cessna Skyhawk that was scheduled for us needed to have some maintenance, magnetos that need to be replaced, and that meant that we need to reschedule. So now the 7th of October is our next date, where we hope that the weather is okay and the Cessna Skyhawk is okay for us to do that flight. So we rescheduled, that's the answer. Okay, so that means for today's flight, this is French Valley non-towered airport. As you can see, runway 36 and 18. Echo airspace all around, so we're free to do whatever. We got an overcast layer, as you can see too, so we can make use of that, I guess, to have some fun with those unusual attitudes with partial instruments. Now again, Mrs. Uncertified has the iPad with her, the control pad app, so she can disable and do whatever she likes with the instruments. I'm really curious to see what she will fail on us. And in the meantime, we can just have some fun with partial instrument flying and being in the clouds, and also getting used to that magnetic compass. That's the idea. Kimo, 7th October. Nice. Yes. Fingers crossed, though. Okay, so no VFR flight planning. In terms of weather, we also do not need, we're just flying locally, so weather planning is a little bit redundant, I think, for today. So let's just get starting right away. We can practice short field takeoffs and short field landings and that kind of stuff, just to have some fun before I close down the day. Exactly, Mad. Well, I think we can fly in the winter as well, as long as it is not raining or that stuff. I mean, you can have very nice, clear winter days where it's perfect flying weather. So we have to see. Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so here we are. First, fasten our seatbelts. Thanks for the follow, Muharrem Afri. Thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard. And happy Tuesday. Door is closed. Cold and dark. Parking brakes. These are set, or parking brake, I should say, is set. Live vests, let's pretend that they are there. We don't need them because we're just flying over land, but I'm just mentioning them each and every time. Fire extinguisher should actually be in between these seats. Let's pretend that it's there and that it's in the green. Door is closed. ELT is set to auto. This stuff we ignore. Flap lever is up and our flaps are actually up. That's good. My throttle, SciTech throttle and mixture are working. My trim is not set. There it is. Fuel tanks, let's set those to both. Cutoff is in, alternate is in, and circuit breakers seem to be nicely tucked in. My switch panel is working as well. Beacon switch is on and avionics are off. Good. Control surfaces to the right. That means that that one goes down. That makes sense. And that one goes up. The other way around, that one goes down and that one goes up. Seems to be okay to me. And trim is working too. Rudders are working as well. Nice. Batteries on. We've got enough fuel to do some patterns here. That's good. Let's turn on the avionics to see if those are working. Again, Reality XP, guys. Nice addition to my new Skyhawk. So fully featured, realistic database, features, buttons, and everything. Really pleased with those. So the 530 and the 430. So this stuff is working. Let's also check for the flaps. Again, I'm not going to do the external walk around, even though that is available to us flying with the Reality Expansion Pack by Simcoders, which I really love. But just for time's sakes, we're going to skip that. And we just enjoy the realistic engine management and behavior and the flight model and that stuff.